If you spend $5 on a morning coffee, $15 on a food truck lunch, and $4 on transport, plus a $2 treat, and $140 a month in unwanted subscriptions, you are leaking $10,000 every single year. The reason this money seems to evaporate the moment you get paid is that it lacks direction. You're operating without a routed, percentage-based paycheck system. The cure for this leak is what we call the zero-friction paycheck routine. It is an automated setup that routes your money into specific wealth-building buckets the exact second your employer's direct deposit hits. To build this system today, you need 4 simple tools: 6 months of recent bank statements, a simple pen, some blank paper, and your banking app. Managing wealth successfully does not require strict daily willpower. It requires removing human friction entirely through front-loaded system design. We build the machine once and let it run. Step 1 is establishing your financial baseline. Take those 6 months of bank statements and audit your historical spending to separate your actual necessities from lifestyle bloat. Categorize expenses. If you can survive without it, it's a want. Rent goes in one column, restaurants in the other. Compress core expenses to 25% of your paycheck. Apply that same threshold to wants, capping total baseline costs at half your income. Defining and enforcing this rigid 50% split is the mathematical mechanism that creates the excess capital you need to escape financial mediocrity. You now have the remaining half of your paycheck to deploy. Step 2 is securing the safety net. You will route the first chunk of this newly created excess capital, specifically 20% of your total paycheck, directly into an emergency fund. This 20% cannot sit in your primary checking account where it's tempting to spend. Route it to a high-yield savings account at a completely different bank. Continue routing 20% here monthly until the account holds 3 to 6 months of your baseline. Do not lock this money away in illiquid assets like certificates of deposit to chase higher interest rates. The sole function of this cash requires immediate access during a crisis. This safety net provides the financial shock absorber needed to prevent your entire wealth-building system from collapsing when life goes wrong. Step 3 deploys the remaining 30% of your paycheck to aggressively eliminate high-interest debt. This chart compares payoff strategies. The snowball method pays smallest balances first for a psychological win, but the avalanche method targets the highest interest rate first. By tackling high-interest credit cards first, the avalanche method strips away compounding interest, saving you thousands of dollars. Paying off a credit card with a 20% interest rate yields a guaranteed 20% return on your money. That mathematically beats any historical stock market average. High-interest debt is an active parasite feeding on your net worth. Ruthlessly eliminating it through the avalanche method is the highest yield action you can take to secure your finances. Step 4 begins once your safety net is full and your bad debt is gone. You will take that entire 50% of excess capital and redirect it strictly toward wealth generation. To do this efficiently, you must use tax-advantaged accounts like a Roth IRA in the US or a stocks and shares ISA in the UK. This shields your compounding investments from the drag of capital gains taxes. Open your brokerage app and create a custom portfolio pie. Search for a low-cost S&P 500 accumulation fund and add it to your new portfolio. Choosing the accumulation version means the fund automatically reinvests your dividends, putting your payouts right back to work. The final mechanical step is the most critical. Activate the Auto Invest feature. Set the dollar amount and the frequency to align exactly with your paydays. Activating this automation shifts you from a consumer who trades time for money into an owner whose capital works autonomously in the background, every single month without requiring a single manual tap. Step 5 is for those who want to accelerate the timeline. You can carve out a final 10 to 15% of your paycheck specifically for aggressive, high-risk plays. Direct the first 5 to 10% of this allocation towards starting a side hustle or small business. Constraining your operating budget actually forces you to be more creative and builds your earning potential without risking your livelihood. The absolute final 5% can be allocated to asymmetric bets, such as established cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Looking back at our completed allocation bar, this final 5% slice is highly volatile, and you must treat it as money that could completely go to zero tomorrow. Taking calculated asymmetric risks with a strictly ring-fenced percentage of your income acts as the accelerator pedal. It helps you reach financial milestones faster, safely supported by the baseline system beneath it. Look at what you have built. Every single dollar of your income now has a mathematically predefined job before it even hits your checking account. The flow is invisible but relentless. Your bills are covered, a separate emergency fund is growing, high-interest debt is suffocated, and index funds purchased on autopilot. The ultimate benefit is psychological. This system completely eliminates the need for daily financial discipline. You don't have to decide to save money today because the machine already made the decision for you. Check the compound interest calculator linked below to project your specific 10-year growth. The math proves that a designed, automated system builds a larger portfolio than